I can't be the only person out here who thinks that some people just have too much money, more money than they know what to do with. In fact, we're going to be talking in this hour about a new report that shows how the government is actually subsidizing indirectly and almost directly the ridiculous amounts of CEO pay some company presidents are getting nowadays. And I think that's an important topic. I think it's also important to talk about how today's billionaires are spending their money. There was a good piece about that in the South China Morning Post, of all things. And it includes some of the pet projects billionaires are working on: suborbital space travel. Paul Allen from Microsoft is doing that. Space travel, of course, Elon Musk is involved in that when he's not on Twitter. Donald Trump has all his projects, of course, like being president and building a crazy wall. Jeff Bezos is also involved in space. You know, there was a time when we talked about going into space, we talked about doing it as a nation. We talked about doing it as a people. I'm actually old enough to remember when human beings first walked on the moon. I'm even old enough to remember, although I was pretty young, the first human beings to go into space. This used to be something we did together as a people, as a society. And sure, we've always had people excluded from the profitable society, but we had a different view of what it meant to be a common country with a common purpose then. Now it's the individual whims of billionaires who have only become billionaires in a lot of cases because it's our policy that let them become that way, whether it was the tax breaks given to Amazon or the billions in government funding that have gone to Elon Musk's space ventures, or in fact the fact that all of these billionaires have made their money off publicly created technology, that is to say, the internet and the microchip. We've really forgotten what it means to be a common people. So in this hour, we will talk about some of the fairly direct, quote unquote, indirect ways in which we're subsidizing unequal CEO pay, but we should also think about what it means when we turn over our visions, our dreams, and our plans for the future to people whose only distinguishing characteristic, insofar as we can tell, is that they love to make money and they're hyper-focused on making money. The other stuff comes later. That's not how we should choose the leaders of our society. That's not how we should choose the people that decide our destiny. We should do it together as one people, as one society, and ultimately as one human race.